Hey guys, John here and welcome back to this channel. In today's video, we are gonna take a deep dive into the meaning behind chords and how it relates to music. I think we all know that chords are so important to music. They're the pillars and foundation, backbone to the music. But let's go ahead and take a deep dive into how they work. And so in this video, we're gonna learn the theory behind chords, the different kinds of chords we have with triads and sevenths, and by the end of this video I'll show you guys the best way to memorize chords on the piano. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. This channel is all about learning how to improvise on the piano even as a complete beginner. If you guys want to download the sheet music, the PDF is linked under my free school community. Go ahead and download it. It's completely free and you guys can follow along with me. All right, let's get into it. Okay guys, so the theory behind chords. So pretty much we already know that everything revolves around the major scale, right? So if we're in the key of C, here's the major scale. Now, the thing that makes up a chord, and guys, the definition of what a chord is 3 notes or more stacked on top of each other. And so when we look at a major scale and we stack it up, line, 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 space, 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 we have this, right? The C major chord. And so we take it up a step, space, 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 we have D minor, and so on. E minor, F major, G major, A minor. This one's a little bit special, B diminished, and then back to C major. Now guys, again, so the definition of what a chord is 3 notes or more stacked on top of each other. And so this is a chord, this is a chord, 4 notes, this is a chord, 5 notes, this is a chord, this is a chord. If it's only 2 notes, it is an interval. Now, intervals are very interesting because knowing intervals, guys, it's the way I like to explain intervals for my students is think about it as the DNA within the body. That's how we can start to analyze, like what's really going on within the chord. And so here, intervals are easy, guys. So here's an interval, 2 notes, C and D. This is a second. That's a third, fourth, fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth, right? Sixth. What's this? What's this one? Eighth or octave. Okay guys, so if we go back to our major scale and we stack it up, line, 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 we have a C major chord. Now if we go up a step, we have D minor. Guys, now we have to be careful because not all white keys lined up like this are gonna be equal. This is when students get a little bit confused between, oh, what's a major and then what's a minor? I thought this was D major. I just put it here. No, guys, this is D minor. The reason why is because, let's dive in. So if we take a look at the first interval right here, this is a major third interval. Now, a major third is comprised of 4 half steps. Let's take a look. Here's 1 half step, 2, 3, and then 4 half steps. And when you play that back, that's what makes up a major chord. If you only have 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, that's what makes up a minor chord. You see that? So all we need to do from C major to get to C minor is we go down a half step. The middle finger goes down. Got that? And so if we take a look at D minor, the next measure. Again, the definition of a minor third is 3 half steps, right? Let's take a look here. 1 half step, 2, and then 3 half steps. See that? That's the reason why this one is a D minor chord, because of that interval. Now, if we go ahead and raise the third, what does it sound like? D major. Okay guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the different possibilities of triads we can come up with. Now triad is basically 3 notes, right? So here's C major. I think we all know that already. Now to get to C minor, all we need to do is flat the third to get to C minor. Now let's flat the fifth. We have C diminished. Let's go back to C major. Let's sharp the fifth. You have C augmented. And that's pretty much all the possibilities for the triads. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the possibilities for 7th chords. Now 7th, all we need to do is add the 7th note. That's why it's called 7ths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is called C major 7. When we flat the 7th, we have C dominant 7th. Okay, C dominant 7th, C major 7, C dominant 7, flat the 7th. Now let's go ahead and flat the 3rd, C minor 7. Let's flat the 5th, C minor 7, flat 5. Let's go ahead and flat the 7th again, 2 flats. We have C diminished, fully diminished. Got that? Okay guys, so now to really internalize this formula in memorizing these basic shapes, basic chords, we have to start to transpose this to the different keys. So let's take a look at the triads in F. F major, right? How do we get to F minor? Flat the 3rd. How do we get to F diminished? Flat the 5th. Go back to F major. How do we get to F augmented? Sharp 5. That's pretty much it. Take that to the different keys, really internalize it. Now let's take a look at the 7ths. F major 7. It's basically like this. F major, you just add the 7th. Okay, cool. Now, I'll take it down here for now. Okay, now how do we get to F dominant 7th? You just flat the 7. Nickname F7, okay? How do we get to F minor 7? You flat the 7th and flat the 3rd. We're starting to get into jazz voicings now. How do you get to F? Half diminished, flat the 5th. Fully diminished, flat the 7th again. So, with that being said, I know some of you guys are probably like super confused. I get it. It's a lot to take in. And what's the best way to memorize these basic chords, these basic shapes? Guys, I'll tell you what not to do. Don't spend a week, 2 weeks just memorizing everything in the 12 keys. You know, you can do that, but the best way and the fastest way to do it, and probably the most realistic way to do it, is to play songs that you love and to start really analyzing and understanding what's going on behind the chords. Like, for example, if we take the song If I Ain't Got You, what's that chord? Well, it's a C major 7 chord. Okay, what's the next chord? B minor 7, next chord. A minor 7, next chord. G major 7. If this is your first time playing 7s, minor 7s, This is like literally the best way to learn it. Learn the songs and analyze, what you're playing. Because I can imagine it could be really, really difficult to internalize everything all at once. But if you have something that you can relate it to, draw back from, oh, I love that last chord. Then you're like, oh, all I'm playing is a G major 7. And then G major 7 becomes a part of your arsenal, becomes a part of, what you're playing, something that you can always draw from. Slowly add things to your bag, not all at once. Music is a journey. It's something to really enjoy along the way. And this is one of the best ways. Songs, analyze the songs. Internalize it one step at a time, one day at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Just internalize one chord at a time. Okay? That's the best way to memorize chords on the piano. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If this was helpful, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, God bless.